Hello and welcome to the Merle Unlocked podcast. I'm Merle.
And I'm Locke.
Set sail and low expectations for everything nerd, accompanied by a healthy, albeit shameful, helping and pointless banter, lack of focus, and questionably acquired knowledge.
And more.
And more. I'm thinking we talk about the anticipation of game releases. We can kind of go into fond memories we have in the past of games we were really looking forward to, or compare our excitement for these new games coming out from when we were kids till now, if that excitement lives on today.
No, all excitement has died.
I realize that we're jaded at this point. We've seen so many games come out. We're just like not looking forward to it at all.
Yeah. Stone cold.
I'll start. A game that just came out, Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a game I've been looking forward to for a while because I love all the Monster Hunter games and I get heavy into them. I'm always excited for them. And this new one came out and I found myself like giddy like a little child.
You know, I haven't noticed since the moment that you told me about it. From the day that you were like, you remember that Monster Hunter game that we played? Did you like it? Because a new one's coming out. And I'm like, he's not excited. Could have fooled me.
Right before it came out, the day before, it was saying that you could download the game early and then it'll be activated on release. I was like, awesome. So I'm gonna download the game. I'm gonna get ready to play. It doesn't come out till 9 o'clock at night, but I'm gonna stay up and I'll play it for a while. And I was really excited for it. And then as soon as it released, I hit the play button and then I was like, oh, downloading another 60 gigs. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
And you with your internet speed, it's just going to be like, oh, this is going to take forever.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to call it a night. Or else I'm going to be up till midnight.
What am I going to do with this full bowl of popcorn? I was all ready.
Got all my snacks out.
Cracked open my drink.
Absolutely devastating.
Now you got to chug it all down, eat it all, go to bed.
But granted, even with that disappointment, I was laying in bed at night trying to get some sleep. And I was like, you know, a kid on Christmas Eve. I was like, oh, I can't wait to wake up and go play my game. I was so pumped for it.
Wakes up, gets his nice cozy socks on.
It's been a while since I've been that excited for a game. I played it a bit the next day, got through a whole bunch of stuff, bunch of the story, opened up the multiplayer. I started doing some hunts with a buddy. We're having an absolute blast. I love it. The fluidity of the fighting, it's amazing. The hunts are amazing, tracking down these large creatures and taking them down. God, it's so much fun. And I can't recommend it enough. But it is a Capcom game, so it's like $60 for the standard edition. So it is pretty pricey, unfortunately, but understandably so, I think. Not that I'm trying to convince you to jump on board or anything. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I didn't notice. You were?
No, it's funny because I was like talking to my buddy that I was playing with earlier. He was asking me, he's like, do you want to build a guild or have a guild? I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And he's like, who should we invite to the guild? And I was like, I don't have any other friends, I think, that would play this with us. And he's like, yeah, me neither. I was like, well, I guess it's just us.
We can guild it up, I guess.
So we made the guild. It's just a 2-person guild, and it forever will be probably. But you know, we're having fun nonetheless. We enjoy the hell out of that game. As far as looking forward to game releases when you're a kid, do you have any fond memories that you can recall at this time of games you were anticipating?
I had so much excitement when it came to newer games, especially when they would release when GTA 5 first came out. I was amped for that, especially being able to play online with your friends and be able to explore this whole online world. It was like, woo, this is awesome. And then they were doing events during the holidays, like they introduced the firework launcher Christmas Day. We got that, and it was snowing in game too, so we were like, woo, this is exciting. We'd launch our firework launchers at each other. It's just that mischief and mayhem in game that was great times. Since You and I were just talking about this earlier that I started playing Diablo 4 now. And I remember when it first came out, when they first started talking about it, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. I was excited for Diablo 3 when that came out. So to know that they were continuing the story, I was like, great. If only I had the money, though. At that point, my resources were just absolutely bone dry. I was like, I can't afford it right now. Something I just can't obtain. But now it's free for people who have Xbox Game Pass. So
I played Diablo around the time it came out, and I had a lot of fun with it. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. I was super excited for the release of that game as well. And the fact that I had so many buddies that were on board to play it, we would all group up and we'd all play together. It's pretty continuous, like the amount of people that are getting into it, especially now that it's free. I mean, you're getting into it. I have a cousin who's getting into it, and he was asking about playing sometime. It's exciting getting more people into a good dungeon crawler. I love those kinds of games. But one of the fond memories that I have as a kid, as far as game releases go, I remember the first game that I was pretty young. I can't remember what age exactly, under 12, something like that. But I remember when Banjo-Tooie was coming out. I was so excited for that game. I played Banjo-Kazooie and I absolutely adored it. And then when Banjo-Tooie came out, man, I was obsessed over it for months leading into Christmas. The game was already released, but I didn't have any money or anything because I didn't get allowance or anything as a kid. So I would have to wait till my birthday or Christmas. And just waiting till Christmas to be able to get that game, it was painful. I would take out pictures and magazines and stuff, the junk mail that my parents would get, would find ads for it, and I would just cut them out and I would just hang them on my bedroom wall, and I would just sit there in bed obsessing over this, like so excited for this game. It was unhealthy. But you just can't beat that, man. Just something that you're that excited for. And as far as being a kid goes, I think the next one was probably Halo 2.
I can't say the same thing. I didn't have an Xbox back then. I just had PlayStation. Played solo games. Like a loner.
Yeah, loser.
But, you know, I had a buddy who found out that he lived nearby, and then we would play Halo over at his place then. But yeah, I didn't have the same glimmer.
I remember all the days of playing Halo Combat Evolved, the first one. It was weird because I had an Xbox and my cousin was coming over. He's like, hey, I got this game for Xbox that we could play. I kind of want to try it out and see what it's like. So I was like, okay. So he comes over, he pops it in my Xbox, and we start playing it, and instantly absolutely obsessed. I was like, this is an amazing, this is the best game ever. This is the greatest game known to mankind. Later on, when Halo 2 was released, God, like I was a little bit older at this time, so it wasn't like months of obsessing necessarily, but I was still really excited for it. I guess this was in my teenage years. I can't remember, but everybody wanted it. We went to the GameStop, not on release day, but I had some money saved up at that point, and we went to the GameStop to see if it was available, and it was out of stock, and I was devastated. I was like, I really want this game. I don't know when it's going to be in stock again. I went to the store later on, a few days later, I think. I was with my mom and we were just at the Walmart. And this was the point in time when they had the consoles you could play with the little TVs. So you could just play whatever game you want, all the demos and stuff. While my mom went shopping, I would go over to the game section and I would play some demos. So I went over to the game section. I look in the game case, and right there, sitting all by its lonesome, one single copy of Halo 2. Ooh. And I instantly went to the counter and I was like, I need it right now. Get it. Unlock the case.
You even screamed that high-pitched girly voice. That's it.
That's it. I want it now. Give it to me. Oh, man. Yeah, that was great. When I got older, late teens into adulthood, I went to a couple midnight releases of games, which I enjoyed the hell out of. I thought it was a great experience. I remember when Halo Reach came out, I got the special edition with the little statuette, all the team. I can't remember the name of the team. I know I'm going to get crap for it. My bad. But the name of the team in Halo Reach, like it was all of them standing on this rock face. I got that edition because I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting it. Why wouldn't I? So me and my buddy, we went to GameStop, got our games at midnight. We went back to my barracks room. I was super excited about it. We had work the next day, but we didn't care. We stayed up all night playing Halo Reach.
I can't say that I've gone to that level of excited for a game. Stay up a night before work or even call off of work because of a game release. I know a lot of people do it. There's many people that I've known or worked with. They called off and then all of a sudden rumors are flying around work and they're like, so-and-so called off because that new game released. And I just go, nerd.
What a nerd.
What a nerd.
It's funny you say that because my buddy that I was playing Monster Hunter Wilds with, he called off work to play it.
What a nerd.
What a nerd. I was like, attaboy.
I think I did maybe call off work before, back when I really didn't care because of like an expansion of WoW. And I was just like, no, I'm really dedicated to just play today. All this talking about excitement of a video game. Have you ever bought a video game by somebody, or hell, even just bought something that was lost in translation somewhere and it wasn't what you asked for?
Like asking for a gift and they got you the wrong gift?
Yeah, like kind of like you asked for a specific gift or a certain game, and you received a game that sounds kinda what you asked for, but wasn't what you asked for.
It's funny you ask this because I remember, all right, so in my childhood, whenever I asked for something for Christmas, I put every single detail that they needed to know to buy the game. Not that I had like a lack of confidence in that person.
It sounds like you had a lack of confidence.
I had a lack of confidence in that person because it was my mom and she knows nothing about video games. So I put every single detail she needed to know. I put the pictures. I was like, this is exactly what the box looks like and everything. I was like, don't get anything except for this. And she always nailed it. She always got exactly what I wanted because I put enough details down what it was.
Good on you.
Yeah. I was very thorough.
Maybe I should have done that.
Let's hear it. What did you do? What'd you get?
When Wrath of the Lich King came out
Uh-oh.
for WoW, I was so amped for it. I was like, this is what I want. I want this. Buy the low collector's edition or whatever, whichever one. But I go, WoW, and I go Wrath of the Lich King. I write that down. I think I put World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. I can't remember if it was my Christmas or my birthday. Doesn't really matter at this point, but I opened the gift. It is a game called Kane and Lich. So I looked at this game and I was like, what is this? Like, isn't that what you asked for? You asked for
Lich
Kane. I go, Lich King, you mean? Go.
That's rough.
So this isn't the game that you asked for. No, this is not the game I asked for.
That's awful.
I owned that game for a while until I dropped off at one of those game stores just to drop it off and only get like $3 back for it. I also didn't know what to say either because I felt bad. I was like, I get it. You didn't know what you were looking for.
I get it. You can't read. It's fine.
Well, They're like, well, would you still play the game? No, I don't really have an interest in playing it.
It's rough because how often, especially in those times, then your parents would just play stupid when they get to the counter, right? They have it in front of them, the piece of paper, the list, whatever it is. And they go to the counter and like, oh, what game do you want? And it's like, oh, I don't know, Lech, Frigler. They say something random that sounds maybe similar, but they're like, oh, some nerd thing. Okay, yeah, let me grab some nerd thing and give it to you.
But here's the thing. So after working retail enough and going to enough retail stores, here's what probably happened. They said, I don't know, something to do with Lich. And the one guy goes, yeah, you mean Kane and Lich? Dead Man. Yeah, I know that game. Yeah.
It's overstocked right now because nobody wants that game.
We have a lot of them. I don't know why. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, no, it's not that I'm being ungrateful about gifts that I've ever been given. You get it and you're just a little disappointed.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
It's okay to be disappointed, okay?
You ask for socks for Christmas and you get ones with toes. And it's...
Oh, that's awful. Well, maybe. I don't know if I've ever worn them.
I can tell you, I have not. And I have no interest.
Now I'm kind of curious. All right, stand by. Next episode, we'll talk about toe socks.
No!
If you enjoy the Merle and Locke podcast, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Merle and Locke or simply follow the link in the description. Thank you.